Carols were first sung in Europe thousands of years ago, but these were not Christmas carols. They were pre-Christian pagan songs sung at winter solstice celebrations. The winter solstice is the shortest day of the year, usually taking place around the 22nd of December. The word carol actually means a dance or a song of praise and joy. Carols used to be written and sung during all 4 seasons, but only the tradition of singing them at Christmas has really survived. Christmas, remembering the birth of Jesus, then started to be celebrated at the same time as the solstice, so the early Christians started singing Christian songs instead of pre-Christian pagan ones. In 129, a Roman bishop said that a song called Angel's Hymn should be sung at a Christmas service in Rome. Another famous early Christmas hymn was written in 760 by Comus of Jerusalem for the Greek Orthodox Church. Soon after this, many composers all over Europe started to write Christmas carols. However, not many people liked them as they were all written and sung in Latin, a language that the normal people couldn't understand.
Quem pastores laudavere, quibus angeli dixere, absit vobis iam timere, natus est rex gloriae. Ad quem regis ambulabat, aurum tus miram portabant, immolabant hic sincere, leoni victoriae. Exultemus cum Maria, in celeste hierarchia, natum promat voce pia, dulci cum melodia. Christo Regi Deo nato, per Mariam nobis dato, meritor raison et vere, laus honor et gloria.
This was changed by St. Francis of Assisi when in 1223 he started his nativity plays in Italy. The people in the plays sang songs or canticles that told the story during the plays. Sometimes the choruses of these new carols were in Latin, but normally they were all in a language that the people watching the play could understand and join in. The new carols spread to France, Spain, Germany, and other European countries. The earliest carol like this was written in 1410. Sadly, only a very small fragment of it still exists. The carol was about Mary and Jesus meeting different people in Bethlehem. Most carols from this time, and the Elizabethan period, are untrue stories, very loosely based on the Christmas story, about the Holy Family, and were seen as entertaining rather than religious songs. They were usually sung in homes rather than in churches. Travelling singers or minstrels started singing these carols, and the words were changed for the local people wherever they were travelling. One carol that changed like this is I Saw 3 Ships.
I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. And what was in those ships, all 3, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? And what was in those ships, all 3, on Christmas Day in the morning? Our Saviour Christ and His Lady on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Our Saviour Christ and His Lady on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the bells bells on earth shall ring on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the bells on earth shall ring on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the angels in heaven shall sing on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the angels in heaven shall sing on Christmas Day in the morning. Then let us all rejoice again on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Then let us all rejoice again on Christmas Day in the morning.
When the Puritans came to power in England in the 1640s, the celebration of Christmas and singing carols was stopped. However, the carols survived as people still sung them in secret. Until 1700, only the Psalms, poems from the Bible, were allowed to be sung in Anglican churches in the Church of England. From 1700, and for many years, the only Christmas song or carol which was allowed in Anglican churches was While Shepherds Watch Their Flocks by Night, because its lyrics came from the Bible, telling the story of the shepherds visiting the baby Jesus. During this time, many churches had musicians from the local area play the music for them, and often local tunes were used for the songs. Because of this, While Shepherds Watched is probably the carol sung to the most number of different tunes.
While shepherds watch their flocks by night, all seated on the ground, the angel of the Lord came down, and glory shone around. Fear not, said he, for mighty dread had seized their troubled mind. Glad tidings of great joy I bring to you and all mankind. To you in David's town this day is born of David's line a Savior who is Christ the Lord, and this shall be the sign. The heavenly babe you there shall find, to human view displayed, all meanly wrapped in swathing bands and in a manger laid. Thus spake the seraph, and forthwith appeared a shining throng of angels praising God, who thus addressed their joyful song. All glory be to God on high, and on the earth be peace, goodwill henceforth from hen to men begin and never cease.
In 1739, Charles Wesley wrote a hymn for Christmas Day with the first line, "Hark how all the welkin rings." This became "Hark the Herald Angels Sing" in 1754, when it was adapted for a collection of hymns for social worship. However, the tune that we sing it to now was written by the composer Mendelssohn in 1840, which was adapted in 1855 with Wesley's words being set to it. Wesley had thought his new Christmas hymn would be sung to the same tune as the Easter hymn, "Christ the Lord is risen today."
Hark how all the welkin rings, glory to the King of Kings. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. Universal nature say, Christ the Lord is born today. Christ by highest heaven adored, Christ the everlasting Lord. Late in time behold him come, offspring of a virgin's womb. Veiled in flesh the Godhead see, held incarnate deity, pleased as man with men to appear. cheer, Jesus our Emmanuel is here. Hail the heavenly Prince of Peace, hail the Son of Righteousness. Light and life to all he brings, risen with healing in his wings. Mild he lays his glory by, born that man no more may die. Born to raise the sons of earth, born to give them second birth. Come, desire of nations, come, fix in us thy humble home. Rise the woman's conquering seed, bruise in us the serpent's head. Now display thy saving power, ruin nature, now restore. Now in mystic union join, thine to ours and ours to thine. Adam's likeness, Lord, efface, stamp thy image in its place. Second Adam from above, reinstate us in thy love. Let us thee, though lost, regain, thee thy life, the inner man. O to all thyself impart, formed in each believing heart.
Carols remain mainly unsung, especially in churches, until Victorian times, when two men called William Sandys and Davis Gilbert collected lots of old Christmas music from villages in England. Carols were still being sung as folk songs in places like pubs, but they often weren't thought of as proper or nice songs by the middle or upper classes. Singing carols in pubs still happens today, and there's some very famous carol singing in pubs in the north of England, especially in North Derbyshire and South Yorkshire. Before carol singing in places like churches became popular, there were sometimes official carol singers called waits. These were bands of people led by important local leaders, such as council leaders, who had the only power in the towns and villages to take money from the public. If others did this, they were sometimes charged as beggars. They were called waits because they sang on Christmas Eve. This was sometimes known as watch night or wait night, because of the shepherds were watching their sheep when the angels appeared to them. Also, during the Victorian period, many orchestras and choirs were being set up in the cities of England, and people wanted Christmas songs to sing, so carols once again became popular in churches and concert halls. Many new carols, such as Good King Wenceslas, were also written in the Victorian period.
Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, where the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. Hear the page and stand by me, if thou knows it telling, yonder peasant who is he, where and what his dwelling. Sigh, he lives a goodly hence, underneath the mountain, right against the forest fence, by St. Agnes' fountain. Bring me flesh and bring me wine, bring me pine logs hither, thou and I will see him dine, when we bear them thither. Page and monarch forth they went together, through the rude wind's wild lament, and the bitter weather. Sigh, the night is darker now, and the wind blows stronger. Fails my heart, I know not how, I can go no longer. Mark my footsteps, good my page, tread thou in them boldly. Thou wilt find the winter's rage, freeze thy blood less coldly. Mark my footsteps, good my page, tread thou in them boldly. Thou wilt find the winter's rage, freeze thy blood less coldly. Mark my footsteps, good my page, tread thou in them boldly. Thou wilt find the winter's rage, freeze thy blood less coldly. Mark my footsteps, good my page, tread thou in them boldly. Thou wilt find the winter's rage, freeze thy blood less coldly. Mark my footsteps, good my page, tread thou in them boldly. Thou wilt find the winter's rage, freeze thy blood less coldly. trod, where the snow lay tinted. It was in the very sod which the saint had printed. Therefore, Christian men, be sure, wealth or rank possessing, ye who seek to bless the poor, shall thyself find blessing.
New carol services were created and became popular, as did the custom of singing carols in the streets. Both these customs are still popular today. One of the most popular types of carol services are carols by candlelight services. At this service, the church is only lit by candlelight and feels very Christmassy. Carols by candlelight services are held in countries all over the world. The most famous type of carol service might be the Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols, where carols and Bible readings tell the Christmas story.